that your comfort zone is the most dangerous place you can be. You've probably all heard the expression, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. And I find this to be true. If you're unhappy, it's probably because you're stuck in that uncomfortable comfort zone. My first piece of literature that I'm going to read to you is by a unanimous author, and it was like a blog that he or she wrote. As human beings, we are inherently afraid. Afraid of failure, afraid of what other people will think of us, afraid of being alone, afraid of change and the unknown, afraid to let ourselves go and step outside of that comfortable little environment, our tight-knit circle of friends, never wanting to leave the path we're told we're supposed to take. I'm there. I've been there. Hell, I'm still there sometimes. I've let fear control and define who I am. It took me a long time to realize that sometimes, even when it seems ridiculous or even inappropriate, you just have to let yourself go and be you. In the purest sense of the word, you have to connect with what makes you unique and tap into your full potential. We're all told that in time, we have to do what's best for ourselves. But when you take a step back and think, are you actually doing it? Can you honestly say that you feel like you're the master of your own destiny? Or are you riding on the coattails of faith in hopes that it will lead you in the right direction? If you're wandering around wondering how to take that first step, how to quit your job and find something better, move to a new place, try new food, get back into working out, whatever it is, big or small, just do it. Now don't get me wrong, I know just do it can seem like a cop-out and a total rip-off from Nike, but all I'm saying is that you can do whatever you set out to do once you're ready and you believe in yourself. Usually, to get out there, you have to step outside of your comfort zone. You have to throw away being content and rock the boat a bit until you figure things out. You have to experiment and try new things. Sometimes you don't have a backup plan. It's not easy. It can't always be calculated and strategic. But causing a rift every now and then and introducing a little chaos into your lifestyle is sometimes the only way to get things done. It all comes down to you and your willingness to run, not walk out of your comfort zone. The next piece of writing I'm going to read to you is from the book This I Believe. It's called Disrupting My Comfort Zone. It's by Brian Grazer. I was 45 years old when I decided to learn how to surf. Picture the scene. The North Shore of Oahu, the toughest, most competitive surfing spot on the planet. 14-foot swells, 20 tattooed locals, and me. 5 foot 8 inches of abject terror. What will get me first, I wondered, the next big wave or the guy to my right, the tattoo on his chest that reads R.I.P. They say life is tough enough, but I guess I like to make things difficult on myself because I do that all the time. Every day, on purpose. That's because I believe in disrupting my comfort zone. When I started out in the entertainment business, I made a list of people it would be good to meet. Not people who would give me a job or a deal, but people who could shake me up, teach me something, challenge my ideas about myself and the world. So I started calling up experts in all kinds of fields. Trial lawyers, neurosurgeons, CIA agents, firewalkers, police chiefs, hypnotists, forensics anthropologists, and even presidents. Some of them, like Jonas Salk and Fidel Castro, were world famous. Of course, I don't know any of these people, and none of them knew me. So when I called these people up to ask for a meeting, the response wasn't always friendly. And even when they did agree to give me some of their time, it didn't turn out pleasant. Take, for example, Edward Teller, the father of the hydrogen bomb. You've heard of him? Maybe. However, he'd never heard of me. It took me a year of begging and begging to get him to agree to meet with me. And then what happened? He insulted and ridiculed me. But that was okay. I was hoping to learn something from it, and I did. Even if the only thing was that I'm not interesting to a physicist with no taste for our pop culture. Over the last 30 years, I've produced more than 50 movies and 20 television series. My business is pretty well known. I'm a guy who could retire to the golf course tomorrow, and the worst that would happen is my Bloody Mary would be watered down. So why do I continue to subject myself to this sort of thing? The answer is simple. Disrupting my comfort zone, bombarding myself with challenging situations, this is what I know to keep growing. And to paraphrase a biologist I once met, if If you're not growing, you're dying. So maybe I'm not the best surfer on the North Shore, but that's okay. The discomfort, the uncertainty, the physical and mental challenges I get from it, all the things that too many people of us spend our time every day trying to avoid, that they're precisely the things that keep me in the game. And the last piece I'm going to read to you is from the hit TV show One Tree Hill. If you've ever seen it, but this monologue is from the inspirational coach on the team, Whitey Durham, and in the show it's him talking in a time capsule. It's been 50 years, 50 long years since I've done this. Looking back on what I said all those years ago and all the hopes and dreams I've had, I've come to the conclusion that if having things turn out the way you wanted them to is the measure of a successful life, then some would say I'm a failure. The important thing is not to be bitter over life's disappointments. Learn to let go of the past and recognize that every day will be sunny. And when you find yourself lost in the darkness and despair, remember it's only in the black of nights when you see the stars, and those stars will lead you back home. So don't be afraid to make mistakes, to stumble and fall, because most of the time the greatest rewards come from doing the things that scare you the most. Maybe you'll get everything you wish for. Maybe you'll get more than you could have ever imagined. Who knows where life will take you? The road is long, and in the end, the journey is the destination. What you choose to do with your life is ultimately up to you. I just want you all to remember that sometimes it's okay not to have a backup plan and to step outside that dangerous little